southwest London, and this has got by far the most little creative district called the Brompton district. There's a whole series of little collectives. Yummy Hayon has launched Se, there's Studio Toogood, Skitch, Mint, B&B Italia. It's a really great little cluster of exhibitions. So I've asked Faye to do what she probably does best in this space, hunting and gathering. So tell me what you've got in your little basket.
In my basket, I have a bone. It's a bone that I collected on the River Thames. And then the other thing in my basket is this apple. The whole theme about this show is foraging and collecting and taking time to look at natural objects. And this is just here because it's the most beautiful object in my basket.
It's like crazy but natural and the same.
Natural, exactly.
Now tell us briefly about your project. You must be so excited that this is the first one. How did it, where did you start?
Basically, the collection is about going back to basics and really just taking 3 beautiful natural elements and stripping it right back and creating something very elegant and beautiful. No gimmicks, just beautifully made furniture that's all handmade by English craftsmen.
And you do a bit of styling work for Tom Dixon as well.
I have worked with Tom. We share an aesthetic, and I think what Tom does is fantastic there. He tests everybody all the time about what design is. It's not just about the furniture, the objects. It's about experiencing something. Everybody really understands that the importance of ingredients and understanding where those ingredients come from. And with the furniture, that's what we've tried to do. We need people to understand that they've got to take time to understand where those pieces come from, who's made them, and
sort of take them on a journey from start to finish. Yeah. Well, enjoy the rest of your week here, and I hope you find more interesting people who bring you apples and things.
Bring your forages.
So, Mrs. T, you're infamous and famous for your mushrooms. Tell me about them.
I'm infamous for having gone to prison and being charged with theft.
Theft for the mushrooms?
Yes. And being prosecuted for 4.5 years in the criminal court. Oh yes, and I was in all the newspapers. If you haven't read it, you were too young.
We'll Google it.
It's, you don't like going to prison. No. And then I sued DEFRA. You try and sue DEFRA. They got 450 lawyers.
So you didn't win?
Of course I won. I got the only license that has ever been given to pick mushrooms commercially in the New Forest for the rest of my life. And they say I got to pick them with my own little hands. I also am famous for the best mushrooms.
Now, Harry, I first have to ask, as I heard downstairs, I heard you met Mrs. T's.
I did. I heard mushrooms and I headed right down.
How amazing were they? What did you think of that installation?
Well, I loved the installation. She was wonderful. I heard she has a bed and breakfast. I'm dying to go stay there. And then I love mushrooms, so we ate in the back. So it was like this whole mushroom, envelopment. It was great.
Now, we're not just here for the mushrooms. Immersion of mushrooms. Now, tell me, what have you created here for Skitch? It's great. Just want to kind of play with it.
It's called Home, and it's a storage unit for your things, like a home for your things. All of the pieces are modular so that they go together. Each of, you buy the rooms separate, you buy the roof piece separate, and then you can create your own version of it.
Bespoke home.
Then we kept it this very simple, black and white and just touch of green palette. So
it's great, very fun. Now you better get downstairs and have your first champagne of the evening.
I will. Yeah.
Have a good night.